Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Broncos and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I almost see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Greg Dulcich from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Prescott. He's got him in. Complete. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. One quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott to throw it. Left side to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 4th down, Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime.
it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Prescott. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. 63 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board here in this Super Bowl. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw again is Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurebunom. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll boost their lead to 9. It's 17-8. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and then span that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. He hit his first, now this from 43. The kick by McManus is good, and that stretches this lead to 20-8. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Pulls it in at the 13. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. Able to hit his target, Lamb. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Pollard again. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Myles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Za'Darius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Albert Okwuegbunam, 77 yards. And the Broncos will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Well done. He sniffed that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. But ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To the air again, Prescott. Cooks on the quick slant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Prescott on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. To throw is Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite at 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Dak. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a quarterback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And some room for him there as he'll take this out to about the 15. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
The busy night continues for Williams. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west. And it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.